welcome and thank you for joining us for our Friday Insights edition. Today we have a special guest, our very own Sherry Toutant, and she runs the operations. She's the heart in the organization, but I finally got her in front of all of us for us to have her interview me today. And sort of one of the give and gets, she basically said, Rob, I'm going to have to, because she's always telling us, hey, here's an idea, or you should try this. I'm like, Sherry, just come on. So we got her finally for all of us and all our clients. You know Sherry, you love Sherry, but now she's here for you. But she's going to, in order for her to be here today, she said, Rob, I'm going to have to interview you. So
I am. I should open with a good joke.
Let's try that.
But I don't have one.
We might have that censored and edited and might not make it through compliance, but it'll be funny.
That's right. My first question to you, because many of our clients may not know, about young Rob and what attracted you to go into financial planning and the whole securities market and what your early background was.
Well, thank you for the question. Thank you for joining me. And I hope this is going to be more of Sherry, and I'm going to have to reverse it. I'm going to have to interview you as well on a go-forward basis. But, early Rob, I was an entrepreneur by heart. Early, as young as 11 to 12 years old, I had a passion for baseball cards growing up. Within the first year of collecting, I then transitioned to becoming a baseball card dealer. And I would go to all the malls and all the shows, and I would be a dealer in baseball cards. So I had an entrepreneurial spirit at heart early on. I also loved and had a passion for early on this industry, and I was introduced to it by my older brother. He's 6 years older than I am. He was at University of Arizona studying finance and marketing. So he came home one summer, he did a summer job in the financial services industry. And I said, I'm in high school, he's in college, and he would leave the house every day, go into financial services. He'd go to Merrill Lynch, and I said, hey, what are you doing? He's like, come with me. That's how cool my brother is. He's like, just come with me. So he got paid. I didn't, but I was the tag along. And I got in the industry. I got passion for just what's great about this is that it's finance, marketing, it's everything about the economy. And I love to educate. So that passion was early on. I did all the internships through University of Arizona. And I learned in that, when I was in the office, all the other older producers would ask and request for me. I would do the production of 4 others in the office, the other University of Arizona interns. And at that moment, I'm like, you know what? Hey, listen, I think I could see myself in this because I love to help people. I love to educate. I love the fact of finance and marketing and money in terms of using finance and using our tools to help basically our clients envision and sort of take care of their families. So it's a family practice here. And we take care of the families that, we're just blessed to help every step of the way. But early on, I'm an entrepreneur. I love this business. I love that every day it's different.
I like that about the business too.
It's really good.
We never know. My next question is, many of our clients might feel nervous or anxious right now heading into a recession. And do you have any advice about securities you would never sell because you feel they have a future? And I think they call that diamond hands or something.
Yeah, so right now, obviously, if we see all the recessionary indication or whether we're in a recession, whether or not, time will tell. But the reality is that we have a process that has been around for 40 plus years, and we're going to have it be around for the next 40 plus years, okay? And the gift of Blanke Schein Wealth Management, what we have is the knowledge and experience to back up that process that's been through all of those recessions. By that I mean Rick Sr. and Mike Shields and Don Stockhausen and all of us and all of our contributions together, and then obviously the team of the future that we have as well that are guiding our clients. So we've been there, done that. And that being said, recessions are there for a purpose. It basically shakes out those weak hands from the table, to use your analogy. And so there are companies that, listen, investing is this. There's companies that are going to be around for the next 1 year, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, but also change the world, right? And we're seeing that. So you want to capitalize. We don't just, we're not buying and selling. Okay, so we have a lot of quality positions that we like to either add to the portfolio or get excited. There's a lot of quality names right now. We call it quality on sale. And again, we buy stuff that's boring, that's slow and steady, that pay cash flow. Dividends are really good as well when they hit our screen. We like that for some clients. And we work that way into our process that married with the financial plan for our clients. But this is the only industry where when stuff's on sale, which it is right now, clients are like, oh, wait a minute, I don't feel so good. And it's right to feel that way, right? But if you go in any other industry, right? We go shopping late this afternoon and stuff's on sale. Hey, honey, guess what I got? I got something that's on sale. I'm excited to report that, right? So we kind of have to switch our mentality and our mindset. We have to use our history, wisdom, and experience, and our process really helps us through getting to higher highs with our clients and their portfolios and their financial plans. And, if you ever have a question or have a concern, that's why we're here. But we have confidence that we'll get through this. We have confidence in how we position, because we're also balanced and diversified, and we're also keeping a lot of cash on hand to put to work to buy some stuff that's on sale.
Good.
All right, Sherry, it's your turn. You're in the hot seat. Roles have reversed right now, and so we're going to talk about your area of focus for Blanke Schein Wealth Management. And Sherry does a great job of the estate world. Now, we're not estate planning attorneys. We don't play one on TV. We ask every one of our clients to check with your attorney, your CPA. We don't dispense any of that advice, okay? That being said, we know enough to be dangerous in the sense of what we're in control of, which is we have 3 tips that we're going to discuss for our clients that we would recommend best practices. If you haven't done it, in our annual reviews or semi-annual reviews with clients, we sort of go through a checklist, and I put a checklist here down below in the comments for our clients to review, or easy enough, just give us a call and talk to Sherry and she'll walk you through it. But let's go through some 3 tips right now for our clients in the world of estate planning, because it's a broad and deep and overarching theme, but it's one of those things where if it's not done properly, it can basically wipe out an entire generational wealth, if you will. We've seen it happen. Obviously, it's one of those horror stories. If estate planning is not addressed in the front end, it becomes a nightmare in the back end. And we have, like Blanke Schein Wealth Management, we have multiple generations. We're a family wealth management practice that's going to be multiple generations. So, Sherry, what are some best practices you can share with us today?
Well, I think the best practice is to review your revocable trusts that you have. Review the legal documents and really make sure the trust still says what you want it to. Particularly when it comes to successor trustees. Make sure they're listed the way you want them listed, that they're updated, nobody has passed in the last
that's a
10
big one,
years.
believe it or not.
And a lot of times clients will call me and say, we need our trust updated. And I say, that's a wonderful idea. And they said, but the problem is our attorney is dead. He has been dead for the last 8 years. Attorneys get old and
people
they
get old.
pass
We all pass.
as well.
All of us. It's going to happen, Sherry.
And so it's good to know that even though your original trust was drafted by a certain law firm or a certain attorney, it can always be amended by someone else. They just have to write a First Amendment or a Second Amendment and update any information that is valid to you. And we can always give referrals for attorneys or CPAs or point you in the right direction if you need some extra help in a different area, right?
What's the next tip that you would recommend?
The next tip I would recommend is when everything is in order, and of course you have your own personal copies of all these legal documents. Usually attorneys present you with a notebook. I would keep that in a safe place in your home, and I would pass along information to your loved ones. Let your children know, hey, this is our trust. This is our will. This is our health directive is. Also, pass on the information of your attorney and phone numbers and CPAs and phone numbers. Give them Rob's business card or
Blanke Schein,
Sherry's business card.
Our whole team.
Our whole team.
We're here for you.
What happens when somebody goes down? How do you reach your financial planner? And also make them aware of bank accounts that you may have. The more information you can pass to your children, the less stress you will feel as you live out the twilight years.
Well, it's always good. I always use this personal story, and it's always good to review. And anyone that I meet that says the words to me, and they're not clients, but let's say I'm at the country club or something, they say, I'm all set. My dad said that to both my brother and I. Again, my brother's in the industry, I'm in the industry, and my dad would say, don't worry guys, we're from the estate planning standpoint, we're all set. And you know what my dad did? He went with my mom, and they went to the estate planning office, and they sat down with the estate planning attorney. They spent a whole bunch of money on getting a great estate plan, and they got all the documents to, all the brokerage accounts, all the bank accounts, and everything that they needed to do to update when they got a trust. But my dad got sick. Life happened later on, fast forward, and on his, if you will, deathbed, he said to my brother and I don't think I put the real estate holdings in our family trust. And we said, Dad, do you realize that we're in the hospital at this moment, and we have to scour for the documents, we have to find the estate planning attorney, we have to do all the necessary emergency fire drills, because he thought he was all set. And the estate planning attorney should have done that for him, or should have instructed him to do that. And we should have been more sort of intrusive, because, that family relationship, no, I'm all set, I've got it taken care of. But we're like, Dad, come on, let's give you some advice. So even in the best of situations where you have a team around you, it happens, right? Stuff happens. So I use my own personal experience. So we got it taken care of, and my mom was well taken care of as a result. But you never want to be in that situation. That's why we're always proactive with our clients. And the final tip that Sherry just discussed is give us a call at Blanke, Schein Wealth Management, because we'll coordinate and quarterback. And so we'll bring in, whether we have a local relationship with your existing CPA, estate planning attorney, so on and so forth. That's what Sherry does, and that's what we do. And so we'll help that process sort of fast track it for you. And with our experience, again, enough to be dangerous, not to give any advice in the legal or CPA world, but we'll go point you in the right direction. So our experience.
And we're also good at taking care of generational wealth. We have grandparents, and we have their children and their children. So the more you can give us with contact information or talking to your children, we want to close the gap on information, and it would make you feel more secure, and we know where to go for contact points. So
absolutely,
share your people with your children.
Yep. The people that are important to you, and as you are important to us. Let's just get connected and update that information. We keep it here at Blanke, Schein Wealth Management. We can update it on our side as well. Sherry, that was wonderful.
Well, it was nice to be.
We're going to have her back. What do you think? I think we will, for sure. But you guys, thank you for joining us for our Friday Insights. Sherry, thank you for being our special guest today. I know I learned a lot, and we got to share some personal stories, which is always helpful as well.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
All right, next time I'm going to interview you harder. That's for sure. That'll be good.
Uh-oh.
Okay, here we go. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Thank you.